This entire bathroom floor was entirely rotted out. So what we did is we cut out everything rotten, and we're replacing everything with new beams, recycling whatever we can out of the good ones that are not rotted all the way through, just surface rot, and of course replacing the whole subflooring. And we're going to be putting joists across here because there's going to be an inset shower pan here. But what I'm doing now is I'm setting the beam, and what we had to do is we had to use the big persuader to get her in. What I need to do now is I need to bring this into level, which means I have to bring the base out a little bit. You don't want to pound directly on the wood. In some places I kind of had to because I had no room to maneuver, but you can see what it does. It damages the wood. So you use another wood block here as your kind of anvil, essentially. It's hard being your own cameraman while doing this. So you see right there, originally I was way out here, so the base needed to come in, but now you see that we're still off level. So now my top needs to go either this way or the bottom needs to go back in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get that readjusted here. What I did here is I anchored my top here with some screws, and that is important to keep this from twisting and sliding around too much, and basically you're just fighting yourself. When you do a post like this, you want to do it just that little 1/8 of an inch oversized to really wedge itself in there, because the ground will give way, but you want this to give as much support as possible to your beam. So you want it tight, and that's the important thing. And that way when the floor settles on it, it's going to be a nice secure fit, and then you secure it even further with your plates and your Tico nails. That's kind of what you do. It is a time-intensive process here, but you only really have one shot to just set it straight, because you're not going to go back and tear up your floor again just to reset it. That's looking pretty good there. Let's get the square on her. Yeah, that's looking beautiful right there. Good deal. If you end up in a position like that where you have that kind of twisted beam, here's what you do. You're going to get yourself a nice big anchoring screw. So you're not driving it to secure it anymore. What you're doing is you're giving yourself a position here where you can get yourself a pry bar on and then kind of twist yourself. You see how this is moving here? Watch. See? This way you have something to pry up against and hold it in place here. Now, what you do is you can get yourself another screw. So you start it off straight to get it started. Then you go ahead and set your angle. You can actually punch through your wood there and connect to the other surface. So go ahead and get your thing straightened up here. And anchor it in. And there you go. Now she doesn't twist back. You can go ahead and pull this screw out because you don't need it there anymore. Let's go ahead and recheck our square, make sure we didn't knock ourselves out. Yeah, we're good. Okay, very nice. So now let's go ahead, we'll anchor this plate in, and we'll do the same on the other side.